Now let's practice with actually finding, or how we can actually find the common difference in a given series, okay, or a given sequence. All right, so let's say this were an arithmetic sequence and we want to find its common difference. Okay, there's a couple ways you could do that. One, if it's easy, you can just look at each successive term and see if you can notice how much it changes by each time, right? How much do we change by going from 1 to 7? 6, right? How much do we change by going from 7 to 13? 6 also, right? And so on, right? Or if it weren't that easy to just notice, what you could do is take any given value in the sequence and subtract the term right before it, okay? And that'll always be the common difference. If we take 25 and subtract the term immediately before it, we'll also get 6, right? Or if we want to write it in next now form, remember that next equals right now plus common difference. Common difference, right? This also means that the common difference if you want to think of it this way, you can think of it as your next term for the value of the successive term minus the current term, right? In general, it just means you want to take any given value of the sequence and subtract the value immediately previous. That's how you get the common difference. Do common differences have to be positive? No, they certainly don't, right? Let's look at this sequence. We start with 5, the next term is 3, the next term is 1, the next term is -1, and the next term is -3, right? So what's happening each time? It is being reduced by 2, right? So that means in this case the common difference is -2. Okay, when your sequence is decreasing, your common difference is always going to be a negative number. Also, we can start with any given value in the sequence, any given term, and subtract the previous term, right? In each case, we would get -2. What if we started with, let's say -3? What if we started with -3 and subtracted the previous term, which would be -1, right? What's -3 minus -1? Well, that's -3 plus 1, right? Because subtracting a negative is like addition. And what's -3 plus 1? -2, right? So we'll still keep getting the right answer. Can we find the common difference of this sequence? Yep, I mean, they're all decimals, so it might be a little difficult to, well, I mean, it might not just jump out at you if you just look at it, but we can always apply our process, right, of starting with any given value of the sequence. In this case, let's do 15.5, and subtracting the immediately previous value, right? And what is 15.5 minus 12.1? It's 3.4, right? So our common difference is going to be 3.4. Let's check one more pair, all right, just to be safe. Let's start with 12.1 and subtract the immediately previous term, 8.7. And what's 12.1 minus 8.7? It's 3.4, right? Just like we want.